you told me. I guess it must be pretty neat for you to like it. Alright, so the Sky Ripper or the Iblis Stone, Jasmine? Alright, well there's only like 2 more endings for that, but alright.
The island was...
Really like the Iblis Stone, huh? Jasmine?
Every child could sing verses
So you
about
must
the Sky
really
River,
like the Lord of the
but
Rings.
ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate
So,
souls.
if it wasn't for all the
A ruby
fighting,
that
you'd
drank
like
blood.
Shadow of War, huh?
A jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis Stone? Long hidden in the buried
Oh,
temple.
on my ears, itchy.
Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now.
Stuff in it.
Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals.
Great, now my ears have an itching problem. I'm trying to play with one hand over here. This is fun. I feel like a complete moron as I do. Oh, good. Good, and I'm gonna get attacked while I do it. Great. Fantastic. I got rid of some earwax with the ear pick. Alright, we're done here, Jasmine. With the earwax and sorry, I didn't mean to imply I was done with the game. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know what's wrong. I think I had a really rough, heavy nap. I think that's why. I did immediately go into REM sleep. You know? So I bet it was a D.
Already here. Cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
That's pretty funny.
This chest had teaspoons stolen from every inn in Boreas. Oh, and something more useful.
Flea on my leg. Stupid fucking fleas.
There had to be some way to use the Iblis Stone. It was old, wasn't it? People are so much cleverer now. And Renato was pretty sure he was cleverer. Could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders. was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made. It was the stone, eager, thirsty. Kill the Emperor's daughter. Now you, Emperor. That seemed tempting and terribly
when it
wrong.
comes down to it,
Zenobia was the Emperor's
not
greatest
everything
general
matters.
and a potent witch.
And
But
you
they
don't
had
have
been
to do
close
that. You don't
once,
really have a
and he had a sneaking
responsibility to
suspicion the
anybody.
gem would try to control him.
So do you want to kill Zenobia,
Capture
or
the core
stop
of
killing
Sky
Zenobia
Ripper
and go win
instead.
the war before killing
It was
her,
the
which,
eye of
by
a
the
lost
way, you're not
god
even
torn out by
watching.
the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. Get to the core,
Jasmine.
said the stone anxiously. But even though Renato knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it. Why was he listening to a talking rock? Ah, but the rock had a point. If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old Toad had sought for himself. To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes, especially when they've become enemies. As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Renato had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun. Was it the time of the lost gods before the transcendent Emperor? Was it the future? Feed these souls, it whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls, its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting.
Waiting for you to be done with your mom. Okay, weird fear I forgot you had. It's a weird fear I forgot you had.
Weapon he's ever used. Or not. The ravens on Zenobia's island were no match for Renato. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger. Take the power, the stone told him. Couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he? Gogglers. Renato hated gogglers. It was almost impossible to sneak past them. If one didn't spot you, another one would.
For real, Ronaldo, we agree on that. Zenobia.
Zenobia was waiting for Renato. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws. Are you here to surrender? She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone. And I've missed you too, love. He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
I guess it's normal for the stone to want you to kill your love for power since it runs off of empathy.
Hey, did Did you guys ever learn to swing guns?
And compassion, which I believe is a big part of love. See, it's anti-life, the equation that's basically for hate and controlling people. Then the life equation or love equation would be pretty much the opposite. So generosity and compassion should be the highest points on it.
Finally, Renato caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Please. No, said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be? With a flick of his wrist,
It's this way I get to kill Lupino too.
The Nexus was beautiful. He never realized how beautiful. Everything glowed. The wind was so sweet. The sun so soft. The stones so warm. Black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke, under a dead sun. A voice calls him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor from there. Swell. He'd always wanted to do that.
Now the skyhook shoots out faster, or hook or whatever it's called. The fact that I have to go to a doctor to keep proving I need medication that they ruined my life for. I really hope there's a special place in hell for them.
What was he doing here? Bernardo! Hey, buddy! Hey there, old buddy! Please don't kill me! Why would I kill you? Asked Bernardo, although he had been thinking about it. Well, you've become... no, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil? Maybe you should...
I'm sorry, what?
You'd go to the outpost, use their fast.
Still do. You always tell me how you want to be elegant.
And then he'd go to the secret rebel base.
Yeah.
Let them know he was ready. Lead them to victory.
You haven't done it in a while, though, I gotta say. In fact, the opposite you said. You said, I want to look pretty for you. Wear something a girl would wear, and then you'd be like kind of sweaty. And I was like, wow, that's a surprise. I didn't expect her to say that, you know? Yeah, I do, but I was surprised that you decided that.
Renato rampaged to the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo.
I do.
Rampaging.
I do. I'm just surprised.
At the last moment, he remembered not to kill the Farspeaker toad. After all, he was but.
I know. I'm just saying. It surprised me. I got taken back by it. I couldn't believe it.
Like little girl. Well, he would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet.
You haven't done it like in a long time. You haven't even considered it in a long time.
Tremendous.
Well,
then the Emperor would have to answer his Farspeaker, wouldn't he? Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become? The mountains. Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lupino.
It's fine. I didn't even hear you anyway. I was reading. No, I was reading. I'm sorry.
Why were there Raven Scouts
When
here
I
in the
read,
empty
everything else
mountains?
gets shut
Was there
out
nowhere he could find
sometimes.
peace and quiet? There were other ravens here too. Shadowy ones, transparent, lining the path.
I was reading the
Ghosts.
subtitles
They
in
called
the book
and
of
passed.
Destiny.
It didn't try to stop him. Spectators. Had he really killed that many ravens?
No, I don't know why I did.
It was like having a pet. Well, like having a gobbler for a pet. Then he saw her. Zenobia. She was a ghost too. She ran off when she saw him. How could a ghost be afraid? He followed her. He had to.
Sounds just really harsh. Everything you said. Sounds painful.
Renato followed Zenobia's ghost. Had he gone mad, seeing ghosts? Was she running from him or
Normally don't break
leading
that
him
much
somewhere?
on the TV.
He'd come here to be alone.
Didn't break that
But
much
he'd
on
never
the
been less
TV.
alone in his life. Every raven he had slain haunted these grounds. Wasn't this who he was? A killer. He was terribly good at killing. He was an adventurer. Or was that just another
I know
word
how
for
that
killer?
feels. That's annoying. Go ahead.
Whispered the stone. It is what you must do. Embrace this destiny.
I see why that would make them mad now. I understand.
So, who's your next of kin? Just wondering.
Yeah, girl stuff you are. I like how it kills them and they explode into fucking fireworks. That's crazy. That's so sleepy. That's why I left the hero rewards on. Got it. Outran it.
Tried to focus on the job he had to do. The rebellion. Wasn't there a battle coming soon? There'd be ravens to kill. Even an emperor. Such a killing. Much wow. Ooh, he'd never been so excited.
Alright,
At the
I'm
end
at the
of the
ghost.
mountain path, Zenobia awaited him. Why did you kill me? She said. I was your prisoner, and I loved
Oh
you.
shit, you
I
always
needed
turn
the
on me and
power,
kill me.
He said. Haven't you heard? There's a war on. Then what's your excuse for killing me? Asked his old friend Lapino,
Can I say he's
stepping
a
out of the
traitor?
shadows. Because a filthy traitor?
Oh
said
my
Renato.
god, yes!
Once, Lapino didn't reply. The demon has twisted you, said Zenobia. Abandon the stone. You've lost too much already. Her words bit deeper than any sword ever had. So he shook his head, and once again swung his blade through her and Lapino.
Oh.
It had to all mean something. If he gave up the stone now, he would have sacrificed Zenobia and Lapino for nothing. So, Renato set course for the Imperial
He
fleet,
destroyed their
where he
souls.
would end it all. The Emperor, the war, the madness.
Okay, well, he went mad, Jasmine. He cut the ghost. Even the ghosts are dead now.
Renato boarded an Imperial ship. No one could stop him slashing his way towards the Emperor. Yes, that was right. To give up now would be to lose everything for nothing. But if he could liberate the land from the Mad Emperor, then he could give up the stone in peace. And those were absolutely his own thoughts. Not the stone manipulating him, right? Oh, yes. Exalted the stone. Feel your power. We'll make history today. He could hear a tiny voice within him. Don't kill the Emperor. Stoning a soul. I have to kill the Emperor. He told himself. That's what it meant to be a hero. To do what had to be done, no matter how terrible the cost. And then you can have peace. Promised the stone.
Watch my broadcast now. Oh, I thought you were in the living room. Watch out, this is a completely different time.
His life and the world's heaviest bone right by his side. The tiny voice, whatever it was silent. He couldn't see ghosts around him, but he could feel them. If he gave up now, they would be angry. They would have all died for nothing. Who could give up this kind of power? Could anyone? Oh, he was just a fox with a talent for swordplay. How had this burden come to him? The Emperor offered the sword. Yes. That is what he wanted. Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
What's going on now? I got stuck endlessly. Alright, final mission's over.
The Emperor was cowering in front of his ship.
Please don't kill me,
Croaked Emperor Isengrim III.
Here, take the crown. I don't want it anymore. You must kill him, or your last comes. He will send us messages. Please, have mercy. The rebellion is won. Or you could be emperor. I'll just go be a scientist, or minstrel, or sell gummy bears. Yeah, I promise not to bother you. It's your moment.
With all the love he'd ever had for Zenobia, for Lupino, For the kit foxes he would never have, Renato raised his sword. And Renato plunged his sword into his own chest. Wait. What? Renato screamed as his life force ebbed into the stone and surged back into him, and ebbed out and surged back in. Screamed the stone. It began to heat up. What have you done? The stone began to glow. It became white hot. It became lava. Nice knowing you, said Renato, as the lava ran like butter. And he died.
He won the rebellion, but he died. Jasmine. What do you want me to do? Wait for you?
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.